Hello there. Welcome to a Tyke Farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling ding dong the bell. It's Tuesday lunchtime, coming up to 1 o'clock. Um, we're working on the house again this afternoon, but we've got an inspection this afternoon to do with the land title. I've seen various videos on YouTube about this, and I don't understand much. I don't. It's that complicated here. Is transferring a title. It takes forever. We've been going on with this now for 3 years. When we bought the land, it had a clean title. A fellow just across the road inherited the land from his father, and it was all in his name. But he subdivided it between, well, not all the land, but he subdivided some of the land to his 3 children. And they all had a piece of land in their name. But it wasn't registered in their name, still in the father's name. They had various things in place, so they weren't liable for tax, government tax, on transferring the land to the children. Like I say, I don't understand half of what was going on. They had a tax declaration on it in each of the 3 children's names, and when we bought it, we got a bill of sale and a couple other legal things done by the solicitor, and then we had to have it transferred into Jean's name. And we started that process. We got, surprisingly, one of Jean's cousins who does that sort of work and is a builder. So he handled it all for us, and it kept going on and on and on. It seemed to me each government department it was passed to wanted to assert their authority on the process, and I think it went to about 3 government departments, I think. And each time it went past to another office, they were wanting more paperwork. Very often the same paperwork which had already been provided. Like I say, I think each office were asserting their authority. But then we got down to what I think is the last step, which is an inspection. And that was booked in about 4 weeks ago. We got a message from a cousin that they wanted to do an inspection on such and such a date, and they'd be coming from Carmen, which is about 30 miles up the road. But they never turned up. We were sat here waiting for them, they never turned up. But when it all unravelled, we were supposed to pick them up from Carmen, bring them to site, they'd do an inspection, and then we'd take them back. Now, this is a government office, what we paid fees for, and yet we've got to do all the transporting for them to do their job, which is very strange. Anyway, it's been organised again. We've sent a motorbike to Carmen to pick this person up. They'll be back any time on site, I would think. And they'll do the inspection. What they're going to inspect, I don't know. Because we've had surveyors up with the surveyors' pegs and all this, that and the other. But the rigmarole in the Philippines just goes on forever. And nobody understands it. If the Filipinos don't understand it, there's no chance of me understanding it. So you've just got to go along with it. But hopefully this will be the last hurdle today, which may mean we'll get all the paperwork done in another 2 years' time. The bureaucracy is unbelievable. Similar to what I'm going through with the visa. We're waiting for the marriage certificate to be processed by the Philippine Statistical Office, and that's took 12 months, going on 12 months now, and it's still not processed. So you've just got to bear the weight of all this, want of a better word, bullshit, I suppose. Nothing to be done about it, so you don't worry about fixing things you can't fix. So I'll leave this video there. I'll let you know the result of the inspection. Meanwhile, lunch hour's finished and we'll be back working on the house. It's Wednesday, tea time, 4:45. We've just finished work. And whatever have you. So I'll conclude yesterday's video, get it uploaded. We're a little bit late. I'll tell you for why in a minute or two. So what we've been doing today, we've just finished the pigs and chickens. Ramel's at the shop, he's just taking the eggs to Jean. Where did we leave it yesterday? Oh, we've took the shuttering off these 2 bays. That was the first job this morning after pigs. Took the props out, but there's still a bit of timber left on each bay. So they won't be doing them anymore on that tomorrow. We got that wall finished off. There was a piece to finish off on that wall. And we've started doing the trims round the window in this thicker cement board, and it's a much better job. Yeah, and he's got it all squared up. All the corners are 90 degrees. He's putting a little bit of backing in where need be to get completely level. We'll have to go around all these windows and fill them, of course. He's gone round the door, not on this pillar because that's going to be skimmed off flush to this board. And he's going to go around all the windows. All this cement board is for that job. We'll get all the windows done. This one will be taken out. We'd first tried it with this thin cement board to save a little bit of money. And it's no good. It's bored. Sometimes you can save a bit of money, sometimes you can't. So that's coming off and the thicker cement board going on. We'll get them all done, and then we'll get a window fella in, well, 2 window fellas in, to give us a price on the lot. Measure up, give us a price. Make sure we're getting a fair price. We know the window man we're probably going to go with, who's been recommended to us by one of Jean's cousin who does a fair bit of construction. He recommends him, so that's the one we'll probably go with. But just to keep a check, we'll get somebody else in to cost it out as well. And depending on the price, I might get it all done in one go, or I might say, well, do 5 windows and then we'll do the other 5, or however many windows there is. There'll be a patio door to go across there. So yeah, that's what we've been doing work-wise. So I'll pause the video there and I'll finish it off. Right, Philippine bureaucracy. It's taken up most of the day. I was down Compostela this morning. I went down twice this morning. I went for a load of beer and soft drinks, and then I went back down for a load of animal feed. So the morning was gone. That's why I'm late with this video. And then I had to lay down after lunch, and I've just got up and slept for about 3 hours. I must have been tired. So yesterday we got it was a young woman, to do the inspection for the land registry, which was a bit of a farce, really, I think. So we got her down here on the motorbike. She sat outside the sari shop. We have a couple of little benches out there, talking to Jean. I left him to it, then I went outside, and it's all smiles and laughter, as it always is with these people. And Jean had to sign a piece of paper, certificate of attendance, so that her office knows she's actually been. And that was it. She didn't inspect anything. She didn't want to come inside. She didn't want to do anything. I thought, well. And away she went. And then talking to Jean about it. When she was coming here on the motorbike, Rico drove her here. She was quizzing Rico on what was going on here. Do they live there by themselves? Anybody else living there? Anybody renting part of the land or a building or whatever? She was asking Rico all these questions, and Rico was talking to her, obviously. So I think that's what the inspection was all about. I think it's all about tax and how much you pay annually on equivalent to rates in the UK or Australia. It's a very small amount of tax, but you pay tax. So I would presume if you're renting part of the property out, they'll figure you're getting an income and they want more tax on the property. I think that was what it was all about, but I don't know. Anyway, she went back. That officer will issue a certificate to the man who's handling the process, one of Jean's cousins, and then he'll submit that certificate into the land registry, and the job's finished. That's my understanding of now where we're at. So it took a long time. I'll believe it when I see it. But as far as I know, it's finished. The other thing, today we called in the municipal officers when we were downtown, and the marriage certificate from 12 months ago has finally been registered with the Philippine Statistical Office. So now I can go ahead getting another type of visa. Meanwhile, I don't know what they call it. I did fingerprints and stuff with this office. That's run out. So I'll have to go and do that again. And then with this certificate, everything I'll be able to proceed with the new visa. So maybe I won't have to get a tourist visa anymore. So yesterday and today has been taken up mostly with bureaucracy. Yeah, but I think we maybe finally got somewhere. Yeah. Right, so I'll leave this video there. I'll get it uploaded and we'll do another one tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Welcome to a Tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling ding dong the bell. It's Thursday lunchtime. Lunch is just finishing. 2 men on site working on the house, on the window surrounds again today. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what we've been doing this morning. So we'll have a look at the pigs. Somebody on the phone this morning booking in a lechon pig for Christmas. So Jean's took that order. Whether it eventuates into a sale or not is a different matter. This is the last gilt. She's being served. If she's pregnant, she'll be staying. If she cycles again, we've decided we'll butcher her. And she'll probably cycle this week, unless she's pregnant, maybe beginning of next week. Yeah, they're growing now quite quickly, these piglets. Not really piglets anymore. Oh, it's turned on. I've 1 or 2 skin lesions on the pigs, a brown one there. You probably can't see it on the camera. I've been putting Sovaline on and they've dried them out. There's another one here with 1 spot and there's one in that with a spot. But it seems to be clearing them up. And the pig in here, I think this one. Maybe this one on the other side. But we have noticed when they do get pregnant, they're quite prone to rashes and spots. Oh, I think it was this one on the shoulder there. It was all red. It's barely visible now. So the Sovaline is sorting them out. I went down the now this morning. 1 or 2 bits and pieces for the shop. And then back to Compostela. And I'll show you what we got in Compostela in a minute. The eggs are on schedule. We did have a brownout 3 nights ago for 3/4 of an hour late one evening, but they should be right. They'll retain, you know, them boxes will retain the heat for a while, so that shouldn't affect them. So 2 more weeks and hopefully we'll have some chicks out of there. And the other thing we got was more meat birds, and we've got 1/2 dozen on the floor, more than 1/2 dozen. I don't know where they're getting out. Maybe getting out of here. Anyway, they're getting out, so I'll get the fellas to put them back in. We're going to do it a bit different this time with these meat birds. The 2 or 3 previous times we've had meat birds in, we've grown them out and bigger the better. So some of them were reaching 3 kilos And we did get dead loss, especially on the last lot we had in. With a fair bit of dead loss, so I wasn't happy with that. But I don't know when they commercially grow these meat birds. You have 2,000 or 3,000 chicks come in, and that's where they're going out. And then after they're all processed, they clean the shed out and they rest the shed for a couple of weeks before the next lot comes in. So that's what we're going to do here this time, but on a smaller scale. We'll butcher these all in one go. We'll grow them to 1.2 kilo. We'll butcher them and have a bird weighing 1 kilo, dead weight, in the freezer. And they'll all go together. That should take about 35 days. And then we'll clean the cages out. We'll lime the floor, and then we'll bring the next batch in. And we can do that with 5 cages. Because we can sell the birds. We know now we can sell the birds, no problem. So that's how we're going to try it this time. These 2 boxes there, the chicks in the incubator are all going to one of those boxes over there. We'll keep them separate. Yeah. So I'll leave this video there, and I'll do another one later on today and show you what work was accomplished in the house. Friday morning, 8:45. It's raining. I'll finish yesterday's video and get it uploaded. Now this chicken here, it's gone. It's going for soup. I'll get under cover. It's going for soup because, in spite of all his efforts, and we kept that bird alive for, I don't know, 4 or 6 weeks. We treated it numerous times. Its eyes got better. The swelling on its head went down, and then it came back. We give it more antibacterial, and we put a lot of time and effort into it, all to no avail. I looked at it yesterday. Its head was swollen again, its eyes were closed again, so I told them to put it in the pot. So I've come to the conclusion with these chickens that whatever that disease is, we can't cure it. We can improve it, get it better to the extent we think we've cured it, but it's coming back. So I've got to reach the conclusion that whatever it is, we can't, with our limited knowledge, we can't fix it, we can't cure it. So any more what comes along with the same symptoms, they'll just go straight in the pot. But I haven't given up on the well-being of the chickens. I've just have to accept that I can't cure the problem. So what we need to do is, I'll move down here because of noise. So what we need to do now is try and find a way to prevent the problem. Now, we had problems with the pigs the first time we stocked pigs with disease, and I think, touch wood, on the chopping block here, I think we've made progress with the pigs. And with the pigs, we use lime to sterilise the piggery. We feed fermented feed, and we give them garlic and ginger, fermented garlic and ginger with some honey in it, and it seems to be working. Now, I did try to ferment feed for the chickens, and I can't make that work at all. So I'm going to look at ways of getting charcoal as well with the pigs. Seems to have made a big difference. So I'm going to re-look at, I can't ferment the feed for the chickens, but what I can do possibly is mix up, same as I do for the pigs, charcoal, garlic and ginger fermented, and maybe feed it to the chickens in a smaller amount, every other day, every day, twice a week, 3 times a week, and try different things to see if we can improve the health of the flock. So I'll close this video there. We've got 2 men working in the house. There's a tropical depression coming in. It was talked about being a cyclone, but it's not going to be a cyclone, but it's going to be stormy. We're going to get, what was it, 50-mile-an-hour winds, I think. And it's coming right over the top of us. As you can see, the sky's full of rain. It's due to hit on tomorrow, I think, tomorrow evening. But it's not going to be a problem wind-wise, but there looks to be an awful lot of rain with it. And that was a big problem with the cyclone, what came over the top of us. It wasn't the winds, it was the rain. And there's a lot of flooding and loss of life. So there's going to be a lot of flooding again, I would think. Hopefully no loss of life. The emergency services seem to be more on top of things now. There's a loudspeaker van just went past, warning people of heavy rainfalls. Down in the bottom on the flatland near the coast, it's looking like they're going to be flooded again locally, and nationally they've had a lot of flooding problems. So we'll see how we go. So I'll leave this video there and I'll get it uploaded, and I'll do another one later on.